Mortgage rates just hit their highest point in about 9 months. A lot of people are asking the same question right now. When are the rates finally going to be back into the fives? Well, let's talk about it.
When you think it's time to buy, and you must pre-qualify. When it comes to buying homes, he is wise. If you are feeling lost, he can explain your closing cost. You can trust the East Texas Mortgage Guy. Yeah, you can trust the East Texas Mortgage Guy.
Hey, y'all. I'm Brian Hammond, the East Texas Mortgage Guy. Today, I want to break down what's actually happening with mortgage rates, why they've gone up recently, and why a lot of borrowers are still moving forward anyway. Because you've been waiting for the perfect market, you're definitely not alone. Now, first, why did the rates go up again? A few big things are impacting the market right now. You've got the war overseas, oil prices climbing, and inflation that's still hanging around. And all that impacts the bond market, which directly affects your mortgage rates. So when uncertainty goes up, mortgage rates usually react. And right now, that is exactly what we're seeing. I keep hearing people ask, so when are rates finally getting back into the fives? And honestly, probably not anytime soon. Most experts are expecting rates to stay somewhere in the sixes and sevens for a while. Now, does that mean nobody's buying a house, buying homes? Not at all. People are still buying every single day. In fact, pending home sales are actually up compared to what they were. And honestly, that surprises a lot of people. But when you really think about it, it actually makes sense. Life doesn't wait on perfect interest rates. People get married, families grow, people change jobs, people need more space, and sometimes people are just plain old tired of renting. Because while rent prices keep climbing, that money still is not building you any equity at all. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand why people are nervous about these rates. Nobody loves the idea of borrowing money at a higher rate. But here's the mistake I think a lot of buyers make. They focus only on the interest rate instead of looking at the full picture. Because if buying makes sense for your situation and the payment works comfortably for your budget, waiting forever on perfect rates actually can cost you opportunities. So I've seen people wait for years now, thinking rates are about to crash back down, go back down to what they were around COVID time. Meanwhile, home prices, they just keep rising. Rent prices, they're going up too. They keep increasing, and they've missed out on building the equity if they would have bought when the rates were a little higher. And here's something people often forget as well. If rates eventually do drop later, and they will, you can refinance. A lot of people are acting like the rate you buy with today is the rate you're stuck with forever. That is not how this works. Now, obviously, I'm not saying buying is right for everybody. Every situation is different. But what I am saying is don't put your life completely on hold or waiting for a perfect market that may not show up anytime soon. The smartest thing you can do right now is figure out your numbers, not your neighbor's numbers, not what somebody online says, not what the media is yelling about, your situation. Because once you know what you qualify for, what your payment could realistically look like, and what fits comfortably in your budget, then you can make a smart decision. And honestly, that's where most of the stress disappears, because clarity creates confidence. So if you're thinking about buying in East Texas, whether it's Lufkin, Nacogdoches, or anywhere nearby, I'm glad to help run the numbers to see what buying can realistically do for you. Just text me the word rates to 936-404-7883, or you can DM me on any of my East Texas Mortgage Guy socials as well. And I'll help you get pre-qualified and walk you through your options. No pressure, just clarity. All right, that is it for today. If you got value from this episode, make sure you follow the show so you don't miss what is coming next. I appreciate you tuning in. And remember, get clear, get confident, and get moving. We'll see you at the closing table.